Welcome to Jenny Fedora Reviews, where we're going to be doing unboxings this week, but we're going to be doing something a little bit different. It's going to be a mail time unboxing this week because we actually got a bunch of stuff that you just really can't talk about for more than a few seconds about. So we're just going to kind of like get them all smashed together here. So let's see here. All right. So we got this. We got this, got this, got this, we got this over here in this box. So let's move this all off to the side here and just talk about some of this stuff here real quick. So the first thing we have is a interesting little cable here. This is a USB micro to USB-A female. So what this is supposed to do is basically turn your micro port and allow it to connect to a regular USB port or as an extension or anything like that. One of the things we were thinking about using it with was like tablets, because there's several tablets out there that have a micro USB port for charging, or you can connect devices to. So this will allow us to connect a standard thumb drive to either a smartphone or a tablet. Usually you can get these, they're only a few bucks each. I think we end up paying like $5 for a 2-pack of these, and they can be quite useful, especially if you have data you need to get off of a device. One of the other things we picked up here, this is a Rode cable. This Rode cable is actually designed to get to change your standard microphone port into a cell phone or smartphone port. So basically it's going to go from your standard TRS to the RRS adapter that you find on smartphones. And we picked this up because we were trying to do some stuff with shotgun microphone, and we're going to try some stuff with some other types of microphones, see if it can record properly into a tablet or a smartphone. So again, not much there. One of the other things we've picked up is a SATA adapter, so micro SATA SSD adapter to 2.5-inch adapter. So this way you can take the micro SATA solid state drive and plug it into 2.5-inch. This one's a little unique though, because it also has a mini USB port on it. So it's going to give us two options from a troubleshooting standpoint. So let's get this one actually unwrapped here real quick. It does come with a couple of screws for mounting the SATA solid state drive, but what makes this interesting for being able to mount it for 2.5-inch is going to be all this right here. So you have your standard SATA on the device here, but it also has this port right here. So you can actually just plug it in and use the mini USB port to plug it into a computer if you just need to get data off of a SATA drive. And then if you actually want to use it in a standard computer, you have the option of going through the standard SATA setup to the computer. Overall, we thought the Saiba device was pretty neat, so that's one of the reasons we picked up for our tech bag. We've also picked up this week a terabyte laptop hard drive, I believe here. We're gonna find out. I think that's what it was. This is weird packaging. Yep, looks like we have a 2.5-inch, 1 terabyte spinner hard drive. Again, not much to it because it's just a hard drive. But I believe these were about $60 for a 1 terabyte 7200 RPM hard drive. This is a Toshiba model, and the reason we've picked this up is we've recently picked up a PlayStation 3 Super Slim model, which only comes with a 250 or 500 gigabyte hard drive, and we're going to be transferring data from an older PlayStation 3 to the new one because the drive on our older PlayStation 3 has died. But we've already put a terabyte hard drive in that in the past, and there's about 600 gigs of data on it that we don't want to lose. So we're going to be going through with an upgrade of the PlayStation 3 and a transfer. So if you're all interested in seeing how to do that and the reasons why we have to do that versus just pulling the drive and sticking it in the new PlayStation 3, let us know in the comments and we'll go ahead and put together a video for that on how to transfer data properly from one PlayStation 3 to a second PlayStation 3 if you ever need to. And then other than that, in this little group here, it looks like we've picked up a picked up a grip here for cameras. So what you're supposed to be able to do with this is you can put a camera on here. It's adjustable, so smaller or larger size cameras, and then it has 2 shoe mounts, one at the top, one at the side. So this way you can put a light and a shotgun mic if you need to, or something else, all into the same grip. And this is good for smaller cameras that don't exactly have the shoe grips. Or one of the other things we were thinking about doing is with a cell phone adapter, clip it in here, and now we have a larger grip for a cell phone, and we can put a shotgun mic and a light on this to use with a cell phone for mobile recording, because we do a lot of recording with cell phones as it is. And we picked up another adapter cable. This is very similar to the Rode one. It takes the TRRS and breaks it out to standard headphones. So you have your regular speakers and your microphone. So if you need to plug in your standard older school headset into a device for recording to your cell phone, you can do it with one of these cables. And again, these are only $2 or $3 cables. So that's what we got through one box. Then we got this other box of stuff, and put that off to the side here. And the other one there's not much to really show for it is this 2.5 inch to 3.5 inch adapter kit. And really the place that this is typically used is with laptop hard drives or solid state drives, because those are typically 2.5 inches. So for computers that don't necessarily have mounting inside the case for a 2.5 inch drive, these will allow you to mount them in the 3.5 inch size bays. And it does come with a little pack of screws. And what ends up happening is a hard drive like this 1 terabyte Toshiba has 4 screw holes on the bottom of it. You would end up lining it up on those screw holes and screwing it down, and it gives enough room for the SATA power and SATA adapter cable to still be exposed, and then you screw it into your standard 3.5 inch bay. Again, they're a good piece of tech to have, depending on the type of case you have, or if you just need to slap something in quick without having to mess with all the other bays. So I think these were, somewhere in the $10 range, and not much to really show on them. But internal hard disk drive adapters for solid state drives or laptop hard drives are an accessory sometimes not thought of until after the fact. And the last thing we actually got here, we're actually going to do an unboxing on here and do some testing with, is we picked up an Audio Technica lapel mic. This is supposed to have a 20-foot cable, and we are going to try this here shortly in the future and see how it does, and see if we can start recording on this for a lot of our unboxings versus using a standard microphone on a boom stand. This has been our mailbag unboxing, and a lot of stuff that you don't necessarily usually see because there's not much that we can really talk about in them. And if you like us doing this for a lot of the products that we can't necessarily unbox and go in depth in, let us know, and we'll see about doing more of these mailbag grab bags in the future for our unboxings. If you have any suggestions or comments, do let us know below. Again, this is Jenny Fedora Reviews. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. The Nico Charge Station S. Now, this is a charge station that you can use with the Xbox 360 controllers, and one of the few that is left on the market